Hey everybody, it's Ron, and today I'm going to be talking about this Supreme Leader Snoke comic. It's a part of the Age of Resistance comic series that Marvel's doing. They've done one for Finn, Poe Dameron, General Hux, etc. And honestly, I don't care about any of those characters. I was somehow a little curious to see what they did with Snoke, even though his character is pointless now. And he was killed off as a twist in The Last Jedi, even though it wasn't shocking at all to me. I remember just being like, okay, so that's it? He's just dead? I also guess he wasn't that formidable if he could have been tricked so easily by Kylo Ren. If it was that easy to kill him, Kylo Ren should have done it a long time ago. So yeah, I was like, you know what? I'll read it and see if they do anything interesting with this character. Now, before I start, I want to say that when the new canon comics started coming out, I bought everything. I bought the regular Star Wars series with Han, Luke, and Leia. I bought the mini-series with, like, Kanan, Poe, both the Darth Vader series. I bought everything, and halfway through, I started to get frustrated because I felt like the writers were tied back and they couldn't really dive deep into the lore. Sure, in some cases they did, but it always fell short to me. I feel like most of it was filler that you didn't really have to read to enjoy any of the movies or get a better understanding of these characters. As the story went on in the main series, I realized that they weren't really interested in telling good stories with the main characters, and they also had female characters like chastise Han in any way they could and make him look like a bumbling idiot. And at that point, I was like, all right, I'm out. Sure, Leia and Han bicker back and forth in the original trilogy, but it was equal, and at the end of the day, they were allies and worked together. The comics started to seem like an overcorrection on female characters that didn't need to be there, and it was just annoying, especially with new characters like Sana Solo and even Dr. Aphra. So anyway, I pretty much gave up on the books, but every once in a while, I'll dip back in to see what's going on. And this Snoke story is short. It's not terrible, but it falls in line with the rest of the new comics, where it's like, okay, I know nothing new about these characters, and although it wasn't necessarily horrible, I still feel like it was a waste of time. Okay, so this comic shows Snoke training with Kylo Ren, probably before the events of The Force Awakens, and we should have seen this in The Last Jedi, because in The Force Awakens, Snoke tells Hux to bring Ren to him so that he can finish his training. But Rian Johnson didn't do any of that because he wrote the script before The Force Awakens was even out in theaters and didn't care about keeping the continuity going. So we get to see it here, and it's alright. He's trying to toughen him up, basically, saying Luke would have helped him when he fell, but Snoke wants him to get more powerful and doesn't want to hold him back. All fine, but this should have been in the movie. This is also written by a guy named Tom Taylor. He's a decent writer, but he's also one of those annoying pros on Twitter that hates anyone who has a different opinion than him. I'm assuming he loved The Last Jedi, or at least he has to pretend he did, and uses some stuff from Rian Johnson's playbook in this comic as well. The most interesting thing in this book is that Snoke takes Kylo to Dagobah, and this is also something I wanted to see in the movies. New planets are cool and everything, but I wish they balanced it out with original trilogy planets as well, so it didn't feel so disconnected to the other films. We basically get the same type of scene where Luke goes into a section on Dagobah and sees an apparition of Darth Vader and cuts him down. The same exact thing happens to Kylo Ren, but it's Luke, and he also sees his parents. Kylo ends up destroying the whole area and says that the past is the past, and that kind of irked me because it's a clear connection to The Last Jedi, and it's dumb. But Snoke basically pulls a Palpatine and taunts him, saying he wanted to train more apprentices there, and Kylo says that Snoke won't need any more because he's that driven now to be this ultimate villain on the dark side. So yeah, I didn't bother to read the other ones. I'm assuming this is one of the better ones, but it's nothing to write home about. I'd be more interested to see Luke in his prime helping students within his new Jedi Academy and training Kylo Ren, but it doesn't seem like they're interested in doing that, and they'd probably ruin it anyway, so there you go. I think they're doing a Kylo Ren issue as well, so I might check that out. I don't know, we'll see. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and be sure to like and subscribe if you're digging the content. Thanks for watching.